Namaste. This is Kaypacha with the weekly Pele report, and this one is for June 2nd of 2015. And this could be a long report. Wow. There's so much going on, and I want to cover a lot of it. Maybe I'll do a longer video. I just did a video for the New Paradigm community, taking this Chiron and Neptune through the 12 houses. So if you're really into this astrology and you really want to, stay in tune with all the cycles and everything that's happening now, you might want to check that out. And I'm maybe going to do a longer one for the community too. It's a cool little thing going on. But if you're really into this, you may want to grab your calendar right now and just like mark off some of these days, because we're in this time period now where there's some big opportunities happening, and those opportunities coincide, maybe are the result of or part of crisis and challenges that are coming up now for us. As with all Chiron aspects, it is a healing crisis. And it is crisis in terms of new awareness coming up from both inside our own emotional bodies and our sensitivities and our intuition and our guts. It's also coming at us from other people, from our relationships, from our siblings and from our family and from our co-workers. There's just like a lot of energy happening, and this is part of, this whole process that's going on right now. I want to look at the Sabian symbols. I'm going to have to read out of the book a little bit here for the Pele report to give you this clear understanding. But one thing that, I want to look at for sure is, number one, today, right now as I'm speaking, we have the full moon. And that full moon is at 11 degrees 49 minutes of Sagittarius, opposite the sun at 11 degrees 49 minutes of Gemini. And that sun is conjunct Mars. And the sun and Mars are traveling in conjunction for quite some time. Really, from May 21st until July 14th. That's a long time to have the sun and Mars within a 9-degree conjunction, going through all the sign of Gemini, halfway through the sign of Cancer, Sun conjunct Mars, all at the same time. So like we're getting this blast. And this blast of the warrior energy is anger, it is intensity, it is sexual energy, it is passion, it is drive for self-awareness, and creation, radiation. Mars is the masculine that wants to penetrate, fertilize, and bring new creations into existence. And so this is, really going through Gemini and Cancer. These are the youthful signs of the zodiac, yeah? Gemini is about learning, but it's also about speaking and confronting. This is a time of arguing, of debating, of really having some deep issues come up to the surface to be communicated with and dealt with. And this full moon has to do with an opposition. We also have to look at another opposition. I don't know how far to go here. Black Moon Lilith is exactly opposite Chiron this week. And this opposition also goes on for quite some time, from May 26th until June 22nd, within a degree, okay? Black Moon Lilith in Virgo opposing Chiron in Pisces. And the last astrological thing that I really want to talk about, maybe, well, I doubt it. It's an astrological report. So, it's a yod. The fickle finger of fate. The finger of God. Yes? Having to do with Pluto up there in Capricorn at 15 and 14 degrees of Capricorn is in an inconjunct aspect to Jupiter over there in Leo, and an inconjunct to Mars and then the sun. Tuesday today, Pluto is exactly in conjunct Mars. On Friday, Mars moves on and the sun comes up and it creates this yod. And a yod deals with, it's like we are being forced, we are being pushed by the spiritual forces of the universe to integrate ourselves, our personalities. It's personality integration. I'm going to read about it, for you a little bit here if I have time. Yes, because the reaction point of the yod is at the 16th degree of Cancer, and I suppose I could just read to you about that right now. Yeah, because it has to do with what? A man studying a mandala in front of him with the help of a very ancient book. This is the symbol. Staring at a mandala with a book to reveal, an ancient book to reveal the secrets latent within the mandala. The keynote is a deep concern with problems raised by the process of personality integration. Personality integration. That brings us over to Black Moon Lilith moving through Virgo, because she is like the plow digging up the soil of our personality. Yes, this is a time when through conversation or through meditation we can be stirring up, digging up the old forms of patriarchy, the old religions, the old beliefs, the old judgments. And Virgo has so much to do with shame and guilt at not being perfect, at not being good enough. And so Black Moon Lilith is going to like bring up all of this stuff, and we can just start to feel bad about ourselves, wrong about, what's coming up, or about our anger, or about our sexuality, or about our relationships, yes, with family members, other members, other co-workers, spouses, friends, lovers in our lives. This has a lot to do with, and it's time to integrate. Why? Why do we have to be integrating this? This has to do with Chiron at the 22nd degree of Pisces. Chiron is coming up through Pisces, stationing at the 22nd degree of Pisces. It is there from May 20th until July 29th. Take out your calendar, man. This is going on for a couple of months, yeah? This is a couple of months. And this is what wants to be healed. What is Chiron wanting? What is the message of Chiron wanting to heal for us right now? The Sabian symbol for that is a prophet carrying tablets of the new law and walking down the slopes of Mount Sinai. The keynote is the need to bring down to the level of everyday existence the clear realizations made manifest in a great peak experience. Now, over the last couple of years, with Uranus square Pluto, many of us, I should say all of us, have had some peak experience of revelation that has given us new conviction, new beliefs, new visions about what a future is that we can create for ourselves and our brothers and sisters on planet Earth. And now it's time to bring that down into manifestation. If you want to look at the chakras, it's like, yes, we receive through the crown and the third eye the vision, and we need to bring it down, connected to our emotional body, our physical body. And so we have this, we have this need at this time. And what happens? We bring down our vision, we bring down our new truth, our new belief about we're all one, in Lakesh, I'm another you, and it's all about love and light and healing the planet and cleaning the air and the water and growing food that's organic and blah, 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 blah. And all these things that go on that, oh, how we can improve Virgo and fix Virgo, Black Moon Lilith moving through Virgo, yes, all the way up until November. And we want to do this. And as we want to do this, what do we run into? We run into a couple of things. Number one, we run into our own past and our own inertia and our own personal issues and emotional needs and our fears around not being loved, around not being heard, around not being accepted, around not being understood. And we need to now break through. This is the yod of Pluto, Jupiter, Sun, Mars. This yod says it's time for us to integrate the above and the below, the light and the dark, and use all of ourselves, integrate ourselves in a new way. And what is this new way? I would say that the challenge here is to become bipolar. There is this opposition, and even the full moon, the full moon, you know, in Gemini and Sagittarius. Again, I don't know. I mean, this one is another. I forget what the Sabian symbol is. A flag turns into an eagle. The eagle into a chanticleer, saluting the dawn. The spiritualization and promotion of great symbols of a new age by minds sensitive to its precursory manifestations. So what we have is that first Sabian symbol going on for a couple of months that I talked about, Chiron at that degree. Then we have this yod that's going on for really a week from late May to the middle of June. Then we have this full moon, which is happening like right now for the next few days. The eagle is this great symbol that flies higher. It's the symbol of higher consciousness. It's the first living creature to see the rising sun, the dawn of a new age, and it heralds the new age. And so as, yes, I hate the word light workers, but as individuals, as groups, as communities that seek to bring forward this new dawn of the age of Aquarius, this new letting go of the old patriarchy and re-emerging into a balanced form of masculine, feminine expression, we come in, and what we can do is the challenge with Pluto-Jupiter. Pluto-Jupiter is that we can be so attached emotionally. Pluto is emotional attachment and passion around Jupiter. Our beliefs, my truth, my convictions, what I have seen and I understand as true. We can be obsessive compulsive, yes, about who we are and what we know and the way that it is, and we can, you know, seek to impose our beliefs upon others, and we will also experience others attempting to impose their beliefs, their convictions, their truths onto us. And this, of course, triggers this Sun conjunct Mars, which is the impulse, the anger, the personal. And this is where this is the personality integration. And the personality integration has to do with integrating the personal with the impersonal, the spirit with the ego, the objective with the subjective. And this, of course, is what? The heart. It brings us back to the heart, man. The heart is in the middle, to where it's time for us to just sow when we get angry, when we get frustrated, when we get triggered, when we, when we get ashamed of ourselves or we start feeling guilty, I mean, either or. It can be about, other people, or it can be about ourselves. But when we get down into this subjective emotional place of judgment and where we just are in our angst, we need to reach up to the spirit, to the impersonal, to the divine intelligence, to grace, to the angelic subtle realm for guidance, and get out of this polarized good, bad, right, wrong, win, lose, I'm right, you're wrong, etc., 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 and really look at this bigger, wider, broader picture where there is a point and a purpose for everybody and every point of view and every situation, even though we can't explain it. The heart doesn't need to explain it. The heart has compassion, forgiveness, and understanding, and it has to start with ourselves. This is the message, I believe, of Black Moon, Lilith, and Virgo opposite Chiron. And this is also, of course, the South Node in Aries of I, me, my subjective needs and wants and desires, with the North Node of the Moon in Libra. Still there, I believe, until November, yeah? So, I just said a whole lot, and, that brings me to the mantra for today. I could go into this, like, so much more. That yod. Yods in general, and if they're in your birth chart, they're really intense. This is a transiting yod. So, this yod is really effective from May 30th until June 7th. And this is this real powerful time where we can get bowled over by our own emotions, fears, needs, desires, to control, to express, to change the world, but it really has so much to do with just becoming more conscious, more compassionate, and more understanding of ourselves, the situation, and other people from this is your peak experience, right? From this alternate state of consciousness, higher state of consciousness, however you want to put it, yeah? So the mantra for today: whenever I get emotionally involved with being right or wrong, I know it's time to still my mind and be guided by Spirit's song. I've been listening to those mantras, and I've got some some new links to the Shaman's Dream and some beautiful new music that with chanting, and I really encourage the use of mantra, the use of sound, the use of music to help still those thoughts in the mind and move into the heart space. This is Chiron and Neptune in Pisces. Music, art, dance, color, and just like use it in a meditative way to really get in that center. Yeah? It's like we can get too highly caught up in our convictions and beliefs and feel like, we need to be prophets and, like fundamentalists. We can get too lost in depression or our own lacks, or where I'm not good enough, or I'm ashamed of myself, or I failed at this, that, or the other thing, and get really down on ourselves. It's just a time, man, when we can get down on ourselves, we can get down on other people, and instead of like getting down, we gotta hit that still mind and hit that still space and really bring these two into some new form of personality integration. Love it, man. Ow! One more time. Yeah. Whenever I get emotionally involved In being right or wrong, I know it's time to still my mind and be guided by Spirit's song. May your ears open wide to the heart song. Namaste, aloha, so much love.